it can be hard to figure out on the splits and shit like that.
Wow. So since Joe going harder and y'all sitting still just doing his show, y'all don't know how much money is y'all's because this nigga's doing interviews and pull-ups and everything else. Y'all just showing more and more while y'all irrelevant to what this man building, bro.
The last topic that we're gonna get into and then we're gonna let y'all go. We got Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal. They had a little fallout if you haven't noticed, but
Rory and Mal.
Oh my gosh, y'all ain't have to do it like that.
So man, this shit done really been crazy. So Rory and Mal basically they fell out with Joe. They feel like Joe was being different. On top of that, he hiding money from them. Big contract dispute that's going on. Rory and Mal didn't show up for 6 weeks. Came back for 2 episodes and then left again. And Joe came back and fired him. And there's a lot of speculation was going on about that shit. Like, are they workers? Are they being disrespected by other people like Akademiks, which we're finna get into and tell y'all what's probably really happening with that whole situation. And yeah, just a bunch of shit. I feel like everybody know what's going on with that shit. So like, Rory and Mal came out yesterday. They did a video when they was addressing their side. What I really got from that shit really was, they are partners. I feel like Joe is kind of like hiding shit from them for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because he feel like he don't owe them that or he's hiding something. I don't know.
So you think they're partners, like same level partners type?
No, that's not what I feel like. I feel like contractually, like they're partners to a certain extent contractually. They're not just paid a salary and shit like that.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Whatever contractual situation Joe Budden got to get the Joe Budden podcast running, I can't imagine whoever he did that contract with had said, we need Rory and Mal in here with us to make this deal go, or you're not getting this deal. I kind of feel like Joe signed the deal and brought them with him. You know what I'm saying? That's what,
like, put them on. Like you said, he put them on. You know and this the thanks I get. Is this the thanks that I get for putting you bitches on? You know, like, it's my fault that all of these bitches. Okay, I ain't.
No, you good. You cooking. You cooking right now.
But dead ass, I do think that's kind of flaw of them. It's like that big head thing, like little dick, but big head thing. Like, it's definitely little dick energy. That's really what it is, Rory and Mal. But my thing is, with the little dick energy, you kind of got to know your place as well, because, like, I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, y'all could go from here, but it's still forever. He put y'all on to even be in a position to go from here, my G. So, even down to what y'all asking for, if it makes him uncomfortable, ain't nobody, addressing that. I mean, he's Joe Budden, and you can't sit here, Rory, and think that you compare to Joe Budden and the legacy that he had before he.
That's not what they saying.
They do though. They do. Like, Mal literally talked about his shows being empty and then them coming back to the club and the show being around the line and said that was because of us. We had the line right around the corner. You came here before Joe. Nobody wanted to see you. The nigga said that.
They make it seem like
that's because they show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but you can't tear down one person within your show. That's like me saying cut. The only reason that the line showed up is because D here today. Like, no, everybody came to see us. Like, they like us together. Like, let's not shut one person out. Because now, with y'all two dumbasses, y'all out here while he's right here. You see what I'm saying? So, you could have just talked to him to do this together. Instead, y'all want to team up on him.
Look, man, before we get to the whole, like, point of this video, like, what I'm going to share y'all. So basically, what I get from the whole shit, I wrote it down. I got Rory and Mal are on a percentage-based contract that gives them a split of any deal that takes place as opposed to salary.
Are you assuming that?
That's what they basically saying from that video we watched yesterday.
So they're not partners?
No, they said it is.
They're employees.
Rory and Mal are percentage-based contract that gives them a split of the deal.
Oh, so they're on contract. They're not even an employee.
What you mean?
Like, I done been contract. When you're contracted by a company, you're not even an employee for the company. You're contracted.
1099.
You're a contractee. You know
and then you get the way you get paid. You're a 1099 employee, and the way you get paid is they're gonna give you a percentage of the dividends or the funds that you brought in. As a group or as a union. So what if, God forbid, it's the Joe Budden podcast.
That's
and
what
somebody,
it's called.
Somebody just wanted Joe Budden. I think it would be fair that they paid their money to who they wanted to pay it to. And, contractually, they only subjected to what?
Percentage-based contract.
Together.
And I think that's what they're saying. What they're saying numbers being smudged on, like, on the
shit they doing together.
the net. Was it the net or the gross? The net is what's left after.
That's what you was talking about with the Excel.
Yeah, they saying that shit. The Excel emails is smudging the numbers. You know
so they left because of money? Because I'm not getting that when they talk. Like
I don't think that's why. That's why I said I'm finna get into it though. That's why I said I don't think it's about none of that shit. So look, they're saying that Joe has handled all the negotiating on the deals of the pod, which is fine because he owns the IP. But since he combined some of the personal deals with the pod, like the all the other shit he do, like the pull up the Cash App and all that shit, it can be hard to figure out on the splits and shit like that.
Wow. So since Joe going harder and y'all sitting still just doing his show, y'all don't know how much money is y'all's because this nigga's doing interviews and pull-ups and everything else. Y'all just showing more and more while y'all irrelevant to what this man building, bro.
Don't even work as hard.
And don't even see it. They're literally sitting there talking about it's us. No, it's not. You niggas work for this man, bro.
They think the pod made everything possible.
As I
Who
agree,
made the pod
everybody
possible?
gotta still work, is what he's saying. Joe, you saying Joe laid out. All I hear is what Joe did. I ain't hear what y'all did to contribute to this shit. And everybody want an A on the group project, and he's kind of going a little bit harder to get, certain stuff. Like you said, y'all acting like workers, and then you want partnership, if that makes sense. Like, if you gonna go as hard as Joe, I think Joe would respect if you bringing in the revenue that he's having to even, dish out for this situation. But if you literally, you come and sit on the show, not saying that there's nothing wrong with that, but you probably gonna get what you're gonna get for sitting on the show. You ain't gonna get the Cash App shit.
Akademiks said that too though. Like what else?
I'm glad you brought up
Akademiks
Akademiks. Okay, look.
Akademiks like what else you niggas do, bro? Like that's all you do. If you look at me, I'm at where I'm at because I had this going, I'm on Twitch. You niggas do nothing else but sit on Joe's couch.
Yeah.
That's
and
all
you
you do.
can't get no
That's Parts
glory for that.
That's Parts couch.
Who?
Yeah.
Parts, the engineer.
Oh.
So we finna get into like what I really think the whole thing came from. This is what I believe. I believe Rory and Mal was content with their position, with their money and everything. You know what I mean?
Gosh, that word.
Content, yeah.
Content. Because something had to happen to make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was comfortable until what?
Yeah, until Akademiks starts exposing them niggas every fucking night. Akademiks smashing these niggas every night. Every night, going crazy.
Bombs. Rory. You say Rory. You don't say Rory. You call a nigga Rory.
And measly Mal.
Oh my God.
So I think when Akademiks was exposing them niggas, calling them niggas workers, talking about them niggas ain't got no money, how the fuck y'all, and that came from them niggas saying some shit about Akademiks. Akademiks don't play that shit.
Type shit.
You know what I mean? So he been smashing on these niggas every night. I think the shit came from that. You know what I mean? I think the shit came from that. They was expecting Joe Budden to, you know what I mean, straighten the shit out, iron it out, or stand clearly on their side about the shit. You know what I mean? But Joe would come in that bitch and just, man, that's y'all shit. You know what I mean? He didn't think it was that serious. You know what I mean?
And
did he step up when they said something about Act? No. So why should he switch his energy?
And that's another thing.
He's their friend though. That's what they thinking. And I think that's why they really fuck with. I think that's where the whole shit came from. Akademiks really be going in on them, and the shit that Akademiks know somebody that's close to them, so he know what he's saying. It be facts, so that shit hit.
Oh yeah,
that shit
like,
really hit. They thinking it's I'm thinking they thinking it's Joe giving them the shit. Yeah, and I'm thinking they think Joe trying to do that shit because Joe really want to keep this relationship with Akademiks because he know it's money in them two getting together.
So can I say this? I think it's business. Ak and the other two both worked alongside or worked with, we'll just say it like that for all of their balls. But at the end of the day, Joe is above that shit that y'all got going on in the first place. Like, you ever seen a nigga that's like, that don't got shit to do with me? Like, if it really don't have shit to do with him, it really don't have shit to do with him. Even the little pitter-patter shit that y'all doing, it's bad for business.
I think it's different on the sense of, like, when I'm doing business with D, and a nigga talking about our business, I think it can be like for D to step in and be like, you know what I mean? At some point.
But even if what you're saying is true, I think that validates Joe to some extent because you're a worker. You have no problem being a worker till somebody laughs at you for being a worker. My nigga, go do something else then. It's not my fault. Yeah. This is my shit. I built this. I need people to work for me. Naturally. You're one of my workers.
Naturally.
Now a nigga now you spoke on a man who's his own boss and he wants to clown you for being a worker. Now we got some type of friction. That's bullshit.
And
that's
you want
on
me
y'all.
to put myself out on a limb and go look stupid. You want me to put myself out on a limb and go look stupid for you, basically. Because act not really lying. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. When it's right and wrong is wrong. Like, and if I'm trying to be your friend and behind the scenes, I can imagine Joe probably trying to be like, y'all, please chill out. Like, cool, like, you don't want to go at him like that. And if I can't tell you nothing that you'll listen to and then you standing up against me, then really what can I do?
All right, I got you.
So,
but I think that's where the shit come from. I don't think they really worried about the bread like that. I think they was content with that shit. I think they was fine with that shit. I'm working with my homeboy every day. We just talking. I'm getting a big check. I'm fine. Joe, do your thing.
Yeah. Accent ain't that big.
Huh?
Accent ain't that big.
But Act get bigger checks.
Yeah, Act get big checks.
You know,
but I think they was fine though. They got to the point where they gotta have some type of bread, because Rory was like, when they tried to pay him from the Patreon deal, he was like, nah, get that shit to the you could take. He said it was a nice check, and he was like, split it up between the engineer and the assistants and shit like that. So I guess he gotta have some type of bread.
That's dope. And he probably had bread before he even came in there. You know, he got like a 400-year head start. So.
Ooh. Sure did.
But that's what I feel like what happened. I think Akademiks shook that whole shit up. I think them boys weren't really worried about them contracts and shit like that. And they say they said it like that. They said like, yo, you my dog, man. I ain't worried about that shit. We just rocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when Act start making their ass look crazy,
and that wasn't genuine on their part. They did feel some type of way. Like, can't nobody make me feel some type of way I don't.
I know,
so I don't care if you come crack a joke about my Nikes.
But this is what I'm saying. I
agree
think,
with
but the thing that comes into it, like, Act know too much. How he know this shit? They thinking Joe going behind their back telling them the shit because Joe want that Joe Akademiks relationship for
hold
business.
on but to what you saying directly, Joe, that's Joe shit. Joe didn't have to sign a non-compete contract like they did. That's Joe's show. So if he wanted to go do something with Act, he won't need to throw them under the bus to do something with Act. Joe done said fuck Spotify. So if he want to do something with Act, he has the ability to do that regardless of what their position is, because they ain't on Act level. You know what I'm saying?
And can we get Joe out of it and like look realistically and like realize that people be talking behind the scenes too? I don't doubt if somebody else giving Act the tea.
That's what Act said. Act said he knows somebody who.
And I agree. Like, I don't think that it's Joe. So I think that's what make me mad with the Rory them situation, because it's like, even as a friend, if we gonna do it like this, y'all mad at me. Y'all won't even trust me enough that I wouldn't do you like that.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too. That's a big part of it too. Like, Joe was like basically saying, if y'all talking about auditing me, if you want to audit me, my nigga, like, and we homies, like, we don't even need to work together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
But
Joe got a lot going on though. Like, how could they even know that? Like, I think that's just some type of paranoia speculation to say that, well, he got all this other stuff going on, and I think he smudged the number so we can get less. Like, my nigga, I get a check from this, and from this. Like, why do I got to shit on y'all too? You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not saying Joe is perfect, but I think a lot of it is mental issues or personal issues or something that they have on inside that they've been like holding down. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things Akademiks said. Like, you can see Rory just looking at Joe like he just want to hit him in the face, man. He just want to punch him. You know what I'm saying? And I think they were saying that was why the hiatus started, because Rory kept saying he was gonna. It was either Rory or Mal kept saying, you want these hands, Joe. Like,
remember that? Like, you supposed to be my friend, but you really calling me out, bro. Like, I don't know. That sounds serious, bro. So yeah, man, we'll leave it there. The Unlikely Hood Show, man. We here every week. Hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, we out, man. You're